What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the 2022 season of the London Jaguars rebuild. We are looking to make that big last step here to get to the Super Bowl. We made the divisional in our first year. We made the conference championship last year, hoping to make the Super Bowl here in our third season of the rebuild by our rules in this season, just playing those play the moments mini games against our divisional opponents. So a little bit less playage as we've effectively done the rebuilding at this point. We just need the team to execute. You can see the offensive roster is set. We got playmakers, line. We bring in a star running back, which might be that big missing piece for this offense to really click. And then defensively, we know this team can ball out. We got the pass rush in there. Malik Jackson coming back from a Pro Bowl season. We bring in K'Wan Short on the D-line. These linebackers can ball out. The secondary really solid, especially at the back end at safety. But Jalen Mills, a Pro Bowl season last year. Jermaine Waller, a good young player for us that kind of broke out last year. And then Jordan Lewis in the slot. So the team is ready to go. It's all about execution. So first order of business is to take a look at free agency and see anywhere we can kind of clean up the roster. Like I said, we're in pretty good shape, so don't need to do a whole lot here. Quarterback, we're definitely good. Same with running back, fullback, wide receiver. I do want to bring in John Ross, let him compete for a roster spot. He made a big play for us at the end of last season. Tight end, unless there's any young rookies. Okay, there's a guy there, Trey McBride, 22 years old. Definitely intrigued there. Okay, offensive line, really just looking for any sleeper youth, anyone that stands out to us. No one so far. Oh, there's someone, Gordon Burr, a good Iowa lineman. Why not? Let's bring him in to compete. Defensively, I think we're probably all right here on the D-line. We've added a ton of youth at defensive tackle as well as some veterans. Jerry Hughes is actually going to be available here. Might not be a bad signing, actually, to compete for a roster spot at the back end of his career. Linebacker, we are absolutely good, unless there's any young pass rushers that snuck through the cracks here. Xavier Hendricks looks interesting as like a hybrid. We do have that role in this defense, so let's let him come in and compete. Not really any corners that stand out to me here. We've got a ton of people on the roster at that position, so I think we're good there. And then at safety, no young players standing out to me. So a couple additions there where you're going to go ahead and advance through the preseason now. I've already gone ahead and done captains and stuff. It's going to be Isaiah Simmons, the two linebackers, Telvin Smith, Miles Jack, and then our long-term center, Brandon Linder, and of course our superstar quarterback, Gardner Minshew. So those are the 5 captains. So here we go through the preseason. Just hoping to stay healthy, really the biggest goal for us. So far, so good. On to cut week. And so far, we've made it through without any injuries. So that's actually a pretty big deal. I do want to take a look at the stats just to get a peek at who was performing in the simulations. Tannehill to back up a good preseason. Nick Chubb looking good, ready to go. At receiver, Antonio Callaway played well. Tajay Sharp, D. Westbrook, John Ross, very quiet, just 1 reception. And then defensively, let's see, 2 picks for Miles Jack. The corner situation kind of steady there. And then the sacks, Jerry Hughes did get a sack. All right, just paints a little bit of a picture as we get to cuts here. We do have 17 to make. Just going to go position by position. Quarterback, we're good. Running back, we are going to release Reichwell Armstead. That's a pretty easy release. Keep our fullback. Wide receiver, we got a bunch of bodies here. So we brought in Albert Wilson as slot depth. We've got John Ross there with that 98 speed. Now, Tyrone Scott's a rookie we drafted. I think we can go ahead and cut little Jordan Humphrey. Can probably go ahead and release Gary Jennings. I don't see him making this roster. We can definitely release, or we can at least, we'll practice squad rookie Jaden Hazelwood. We'll cut Ashton Doolin. Probably practice squad Quintez Cephas. And then that's going to leave us with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's not bad right there. I like to have that speed with John Ross, even if it's just to return kicks. Tight end, I like this Trey McBride guy. I think I want to keep him in the building. So we'll stick with 4 for now. Offensive line, we've got 8 right now. I don't think Burr is going to make the team with the pass block concerns there with 61, but we'll go ahead and practice squad him for sure. And then defensive line, I actually like having Crawford and Hughes, a little bit different necessities there. You got a second pass rusher, or like a first pass rusher off the bench rather, and then more of a first down run defender, both older veterans. So I like having those guys there. Peyton Turner hasn't developed a whole lot. I think we can go ahead and practice squad him. I don't see him having too much of a role. He was more of a D tackle for us last year. But we've got so much depth at D tackle now that we don't need to worry about that. I think we want to go ahead and practice. Oh man, I like the D tackle room, to be honest. We've got 7 on the roster right now. Let's see if we can't survive with those guys, because I like all the guys we have. And then at linebacker, Quentin Bell just hasn't come along, converting him to this kind of coverage linebacker. Quincy Williams is kind of the depth there now that we did let Ronnie Harrison go. He did end up getting paid in free agency. This Jordan Fox we drafted, so would like to keep that contract on the books. So I'm going to go ahead and practice squad Hendricks. We got 7 players left to cut. Now the corners, we got a ton of guys in this room, so we definitely want to keep those top 5. But after that, I think we can actually make some pretty easy cuts here. Tay Hayes can go. Brandon Echols, we'll practice squad him again. Elijah Hicks was on the team last year, but we'll practice squad him. And then we're just going to cut these 2 guys. So making some good progress here. Just got to make one more release, and I think it's pretty easy to say we can let one of those safeties go here. So we will just cut Andrew Wingard. Easy enough right there. If anything happens to Simmons, we might need to sign a more traditional strong safety, but I think we're in pretty dang good shape right there. We do have an upgrade for Jermaine Waller, our starting corner. Good boost. And away we go. On to week 1 of the regular season. We'll do our depth charts, and then luckily enough, we do play the Texans week 1. Gonna set that goal very high here, make it to the Super Bowl. Looks like J.J. Watt still that X-Factor D-end for the Texans here about 4 years later. We'll commit to slowing him down. How scary could he be at 32, 33 years old? So just going to do the depth chart here. I'll just stop if there's any positions that are in question. Everything should be pretty straightforward. You guys are pretty familiar with the roster at this point. Wide receiver, I'm going to go with Tajay Sharp in the slot. He seems to produce the most in the simulations, so Callaway will take a depth role there. We got Wilson and Ross. We are going to go with K'Wan Short as the number 2 defensive tackle, and then Malik Jackson will be more of the pass rushing specialist there. And I'm actually going to play the rookie, our first-round pick, Juwan Mebane, as the number 3, just a better run defender. Returning kicks, I'm going to go with John Ross and Killins. Returning punts will be Killins. This is a tough decision if we want to go Killins or Nick Chubb as the 3rd down back. I think I'll stick with Nick Chubb so that he's in there for most formations, and then I'll put in Killins in the formation subs in a couple shotgun formations that make sense. And then our starting slot's going to be Tajay Sharp, Albert Wilson, Callaway's actually, I'm going to pass up Albert Wilson. And then the rush D tackle actually is all in line. Jordan Lewis in the slot, and we are good to go. So like here in the empty set, I'll put Killins out there. A spread formation, I'll go with Killins. The open one, we'll go with Killins. And I think that's good to kind of get that rotation going. We do have upgrades here. Jalen Mills just in time. Those 2 corners both getting upgrades on the outside for us right before the season starts. A great upgrade there. Wow, physical boost. Love it. And then Jordan Fox gets an upgrade early on in his career here. He actually had quite the preseason, it seems. All right, so kicking things off the right way on the road in Houston against the Texans. Play the moments where we get 3 play the moments, a maximum of 1 full drive. Come on, Gardner.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports between our visitors and the Houston Texans. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Houston Texans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
All right. Off the bat, looks like we got a big stop, and now we have a first quarter drive. I'm actually going to skip that and save our full drive for later. It pays off. We've got a red zone look. I'm actually going to take over this. Even though we're on the 13-yard line, I would love to go up nice and early here. 1st and 10. Going double A gap. We're going to run right into it. Get through there. Good play by Benardrick McKinney. A lot of Nick Chubb early here. 6 carries on the opening drive. Looks like a safety blitz over there. We'll keep an eye on that. Here it comes. Shark. Good job to beat the slant. Not a whole lot of rack there. Oh, Minshew actually threw a pick already. Interesting. I did not notice that. I'm going to go empty, but this is going to take us to the second quarter. So 0-0. And I'm actually going to run it here. We didn't pay Nick Chubb for nothing. We'll go for it if we don't get it. And he fights. Good job. Again, we're just going to run it. Looks like they're blitzing there on the left side. All right, so the superstar edition pays off nice and early. And we get a turnover. I'm actually going to simulate this one. There we go. 14-0. Let's go. We're driving again. Field goal. It's 4th and 7. Let's skip it. Good job, Lambeau. 2-minute drill. Let's play it. We officially no longer count these as full drives. So, I mean, we can head into the second half with our full drive remaining, potentially up by almost 4 scores. Block. We're going to hit Shark. Oh, he got bumped. Where's the PI, ref? Not the sharpest route there by DJ Chark, if I do say so. Oh, man. Had to rush it just a little bit with that pressure coming off the edge. All right. Looking like a potentially failed opportunity here. Let's change this to an out route. Oh, it's there. Come on, Minshew. Ugh. Superstar abilities didn't help him on that one. Not sure what the hell that was. Pro Bowl punter, Dom Maggio. Kick is off. It's a good one. Oh, geez. Lots of backspin. All right, a failed opportunity there. Hopefully the defense holds, and then we'll take over in the second half. Good job. Red zone look. Man, this team's kicking ass. Love to see it. Let's just keep skipping along. Red zone alert. Let's put the game away. Why not? 15-yard line. Good run. God, he's a beast. Almost 100 yards. We'll probably finish with so many. Going empty here. Oh, stay in bounds. Sharp, what are you doing? Good throw by Minshew. All right, 4 down territory here maybe. Field goal doesn't do a whole lot for us. I think he got it. 4th and inches. BS. We're going for it. We're going to give it to Chubb here on the power. Oh, jeez. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he bumped into the pulling guard or what, but it was perfect blocking, and he just slowed down. Gosh. All right, we're going to finish 0 for 3, but I guess we come away with a touchdown anyway. Regardless, we are going to walk away with a win here. It looks like 31-17. Kevin Stefanski's fired up. I'm fired up. Minshew, pretty good game through the early interception, but bounced back. Almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Look at Chubb. He finished strong down the stretch there. The receivers, Chubb actually very involved as a receiver as well. So he could be like an offensive player of the week maybe in his first game as a Jag. D.D. Westbrook. Good job, guys. That is awesome. Malik Jackson continues his dominance. Isaiah Simmons gets a pick. Aguilar a sack. Great first week for the Jags. We got a couple upgrades. Leon Jacobs. Ooh, a speed boost. Zone coverage. Wow, up to 89 speed. What a freak he is. And then our rookie white corner, Caleb Farley, gets 3 zone. 76 zone coverage. So a rematch of the divisional round from last week against the Sacramento Redwoods. Perhaps the dumbest relocation option in the game. I did go ahead and turn off computer relocations. And there you have it. Nick Chubb, our new star, wins Offensive Player of the Week right away. So paying dividends early. I don't know if we've ever had a running back win that in this rebuild. So taking on the Redwoods here. We're going to go ahead and advance. Probably just sim these next 2 weeks and then end the episode gearing up for the Titans in week 4. Wow. A 41-35 victory. Minshew, a 6 touchdown game. Oh my goodness. Chubb went off. That pickup seems to be the missing piece for this offense. He gets involved as a receiver as well. Tajay Sharp out of the slot, a big week. Wow. Look at the offense go. Defensively struggled a little bit this week. No sacks. A pick from Telvin Smith. So we got upgrades this week. We're 2-0. We're taking on the 0-2 Patriots. Go agile for Andrew Norwell. Just going to automate Colin Wilder. By the way, this final offseason will be using an automated EA draft class. I am working on my first fictional draft class, but that will be up after the next draft in the TFGO league of my online league. So all has been well to this point. Let's go ahead and advance. If we can knock out the 0-2 Patriots, get to 3-0, and then we'd have a divisional game against the Titans next week, this would be off to a dream start. So here we go. And we win 30-17. Defense shows up a little more this week. Minshew much more quiet, only 168 yards, but a clean game. No interceptions after throwing 2 in the first couple weeks. Nick Chubb, again, the missing piece, man. That has been big for this team. Receiving, just kind of spreading it around, doing what we can do. But I tell you, it seems that relieving the pressure from Minshew a little bit with this run game is exactly what this team needed. Look at the defense thriving. Aguilar, 2 sacks. Josh Allen, Taven Bryan, no picks, but what a week. We are 3-0. I'm going to do these upgrades, and then we'll be on our way. Next week, we are going to take on the Tennessee Titans, an interdivisional battle. Big upgrade there for Gardner. Antonio Callaway getting a nice upgrade here. Doesn't get much from it, though. Adrian Killens, the fan favorite 3rd down back. Oh my God, a speed and acceleration boost. Oh man, too bad Chubb's been killing it so much. We'll just, actually we're going to do Tyrone Scott because he's a developing young player here with hidden development. Why not? Might as well do Quincy Williams while we're here. So that's going to do it for this episode. This season is off to an amazing start, even better than I could have imagined. Please do hit that like button. We'll be back with the next episode against the Tennessee Titans interdivision battle. Cheers as always, guys. We'll see you later. Peace.